This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what I'm talking about today is Black women undermining their husband's authority. And I have a clip here about a woman explaining to Steve Harvey how she undermines her husband's authority when it comes to disciplining their sons. So let me go ahead and play this clip for you guys. I'm going to share the screen really quickly, and then I'm going to let you hear it, and then we're going to come back and I'll give you my perspective on it.
I've been with my husband for about 19 years. We have 2 children together. He's the disciplinarian in the household. However, at times when he's going in on our boys, I'll chime in because I feel like he's being a little too rough on them. He feels like I'm making them soft. How should I respond to this, or how should I act in the situations when he's disciplining our boys?
Well, you don't have to agree with everything he does, but listen to this. Why did you marry your husband?
Because I love him.
Is he the man you hope your sons will grow up to be?
Yes.
So why would you stop him from raising them into that?
I'm not stopping him. I'm not stopping him. I just feel at times he's a bit harsh with the punishments.
He is hard because they boys. Undisciplined boys grow up to be undisciplined men. Do you know the problem you're going to have?
Yes.
Undisciplined men end up in the hospital or in a prison. Or they end up in a grave. That's what happens to undisciplined men.
Now, that clip I thought was very important to illustrate how a lot of Black women think in these situations, especially the ones who sometimes do have the husband and they have the children, everybody's in the household, and she's still undermining. Now, this woman says she's been with her husband 19 years. That is almost that's 2 decades. And in 2 decades, you still ain't learned how to keep your mouth shut. How long it take you? If you ain't learned it this far along, you ain't gonna never learn that. You done had 2 kids by this man. You done spent 2 decades married to this man, living with this man, in the bed with this man, cooking with this man, under the same roof with this man. You done been through it with this man. The ups, the downs, the in between. Okay, 19 years is a long time. And you still ain't grasped the art of not undermining your husband? We got to do better than this. First of all, I'm not really liking the tone. He the disciplinarian in the house. However, it's like there's a however to that. There is no chiming in. Ladies, let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson. There is no chiming in. If you have children and a husband, and your husband is raising the boys, he's dealing with the boys, he's disciplining the boys that you have. I just want to say there's no chiming in. When discipline is going on and your husband is the disciplinarian, you don't open your mouth. You don't open your mouth. And the reason you don't open your mouth, regardless of how you feel about how he's disciplining, and especially if you're in a situation like this one, you've been with that man that long, you don't have no trust that man not going to go overboard. Has he been abusing them? Has he been going overboard? Has he been causing some type of long-term physical or psychological damage to the children? Because beyond that, don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Leave the disciplining to the men, particularly when he is disciplining your sons. When he's disciplining y'all's son. That is, you really leave that alone. I'm not understanding the trust factor or where that went. Listen, let me tell you a little something about how men raise boys. Just in my observation of men raising boys. I watched how my father raised my brothers. I watched how my late husband helped me raise my younger brother that we was raising. Okay? When he disciplined that boy, I didn't say a word. I didn't care if I did think it was too hard or he said too many things or he did this or he did that. I didn't say nothing. First of all, I didn't say anything because I knew my husband wasn't going to hurt that boy. I knew he wasn't going to hurt that boy because he loved him. And he loved me. He wasn't going to hurt that boy. That's number one. I trusted him. Number two, a lot of times men be having discussions with their sons and agreements that you as the mother don't know nothing about. Because this is man to man. He's trying to raise a man. And only men understand the world, living in the world as a man. There aren't going to be any safety nets for him if he fails. There aren't going to be any bleeding hearts. There aren't going to be any people, oh, come get him. Oh, he's a victim. Ain't nobody going to, even if he is a victim, ain't nobody going to care, especially a black man. So he's going to have to learn how to maneuver in a world that's not going to care nothing about what he's going through. Nothing. And his father is in charge of training him in that way. And a lot of times, my late husband and my brother, he had a lot of agreements with him. I didn't know that until way later he would tell me. No, we had to talk about that. That's why the punishment was so harsh, because we had to talk about that. And I told him what was going to happen if he didn't do X, Y, and Z. He popped up not doing it. That's disrespect. I'm a whole man up in here. You ain't gonna disrespect no house I pay for and you eat my food. It ain't about to happen. It ain't about to happen. I don't know who told you what, but it's not happening today. So I stuck my foot off up in his butt. I bet you he'll think about it again. Bet you he'll think 2 times before he disrespect me one more again. And you know what I did? Okay. Because he didn't hurt that boy. Okay? And a lot of times young boys be knowing what they be doing. They be challenging their father. And when they get a little older, like my son, I call him my son, but he's really my brother. He started telling me, I was being a butthole. He was right. He was right to do what he did. I was being a butthole. I knew what I was doing. I knew I was challenging him. I knew I was challenging him. I was trying to see what he was going to do. He ain't let me get away with it. Yeah, I was mad at the time, but I'm a grown man now, so I understand it. Now I'm a grown man. I understand that. I wouldn't have let me get away with it either. I'd have told me off just like he did. He was right to do it. You got to leave that alone, ladies. Leave that alone. Let them men raise them men. Because like Steve Harvey said, and I don't agree with everything he said, but I do agree with it, what he said in this clip. Undisciplined boys grow up into be undisciplined men. And undisciplined men have a whole slew of consequences and problems in their life. And nobody gives them a pass because they're men. And we don't give men passes. This society don't give men no passes. Okay? So these are the lessons that men teach boys so that they can become disciplined men. The world is harder on men, and there will be no mommies around to save him. The making of a leader and a warrior is often a very difficult, arduous process, which is why women don't create them. It is a hard process. What you got to understand is you are the mother. You got emotions tied into this. Oftentimes, 9 times out of 10, when a father disciplining his son, he's not even mad at him. He's doing that as a practical step. It's not even emotional. They're not emotional for him. He done took the emotion out of it. The emotion's out of it. He's solving a problem at this point. This is how we're going to resolve this. We're going to resolve this. So he not on his neck and all out of control. You be out of control when you be disciplining kids. That's why you think he finna go overboard, because y'all be going overboard. But women don't produce leaders and warriors. Men do that. They do that with boys. They produce leaders and warriors. Because they understand if the father is a leader, he gonna produce another one. Because he understands what it takes to be that. What kind of mentality a man gotta have to be a leader. So he gonna try his best to instill that in his son, so that his son can grow up and be a leader. And then when Steve said, why would you stop him from raising his boy into the man he is? Well, I'm not stopping him. You are stopping him. You are stopping him. You're putting a roadblock. You're undermining the authority, especially doing it in front of the kid, trying to come in here and stop him from yelling at him or talking to him or doing whatever he's doing with him. Leave him alone. That's their business. You're too emotional, and you need to keep your mouth shut like Cam Newton told you to. Because we are emotional women, we have a tendency to want to nurture, and that actually works against what the father's trying to teach the son. That all that nurturing too soon and inappropriately, that's not gonna work. That's another type of undermining. I'm trying to set foundations for this boy. And you can't come in petting and poo-pooing and tutuing. We can't do that right now. Okay? Men discipline their sons without the emotional attachment. Later on, after the discipline has been administered and understood, later on, a few days later, he'll take them somewhere. He'll teach them something cool and useful. He'll let them work on the car with them. He'll let them come with them, to Lowe's, help them build something. Come here. Want to watch the game? Want to watch a game? I'm going to take you somewhere, come on. That's his affection. That's him showing his son, although I discipline you and I meant every single thing, I meant it. Don't you ever forget it. But don't ever think I don't love you. Because you're mad. I do what I do because I love you, not because I don't. I love you and I want to see the best out of you. And a man got to be a certain kind of way in this world. Your mama don't understand. Your mama want to kiss and hug and all that kind of stuff. Your mama ain't no man though. Your mama ain't gonna never have to go through the stuff we gotta go through. The stuff I had to go through. The stuff you gonna go through when you get old enough. And I'm trying to prepare you. I'm trying to give you the knowledge that I wish I had growing up. I'm gonna give you to you so you don't make the same mistakes and have to deal with the same foolishness that I dealt with. You'll be more prepared than I was. Ladies, stop interfering and interrupting and interjecting and undermining. Stop it. Let that man raise them kids. Let him discipline them kids however he see fit. Because he is not hurting them boys. He is not hurting them babies. He not. Because if he was hurting them while you there, boop. So calm down. And let that man raise them boys. So sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.